Hey out there, admins, how we doing? Down in Alabama this weekend, so I'm outside. It's a little light jacket's not bad. At least it's not Indiana right now and cold on Super Bowl Sunday in the single digits. So we have to go over something fairly important today. That lodges will be getting information about the Moose International Pandemic Relief Fund that they're putting out. Again, it's a lot like last year's, and this is the program that's carried over from the original Lodge Grant program. Some very important pieces of information that we need to cover on that. First of all, the application process starts today, February the 8th, and you can get into that through the LCL web section and going into reports. Again, it's very much like doing the grant program or the way we did the Pandemic Relief Fund last year. Moose International is allowing $2 million to be allocated, but there are a few things that must happen for you to be eligible. And first and foremost, you've had to apply for the EIDL disaster loan grant through the Small Business Association, the SBA. You've had to apply for that. Some lodges applied last spring and got it. Those grants are available again, and I will put that link in the email so you can apply. They have opened back up. They've been opened up again for a little while. But you've had to either apply back then or apply now to be eligible for this grant. Basically, because what they want you to do is go out and get that free money that's out there. It's a grant. It's called a loan, but you don't have to pay the money back. You need to do that step before you ask for money from Moose International first. Most lodges have done that. There's a few that haven't. You can't complain that you aren't getting money if you aren't trying for those programs. So that must happen first. They said if that loan grant should stop between now and the end of the deadline for applying should go away, then that will be waived and won't count against you. But as long as there's still money out there to be gotten from the government, you need to apply for that first. Something else that has to take place is they want to know how fraternal the lodge is, and so some things that have to have been kept up is giving to the endowment to Moose Charities monthly. I know a lot of lodges have argued, well, there's not a lot of money coming into lodges, so again, that endowment should be collected specifically just for endowment. It should be being collected when we're at meetings, on busy nights at the lodge, just asking for a few bucks, and it doesn't have to be a lot of money. They just want to see that we're giving something every month, and that's what's got to happen. It doesn't have to be the largest amount. Just because you were the lodge in the association that gave the most endowment doesn't mean you're going to get the grant, and someone who gave a little bit isn't going to get the grant. They just want to make sure that you're turning that in monthly. Also, the heart of the community, they want to make sure that lodges are being fraternal and doing their fraternal duty. You need to have had your heart of the community reports filled out. Now, if one quarter didn't get done for some reason, or you didn't get a grade on one quarter, that's not going to kill you. But if you've not had anything turned in for the heart of community for months, and possibly the last year, that's going to be an issue then, because we still should be doing projects and community service and giving donations away to local things, plus Moose Charities themselves. They will also be taking in consideration any outstanding loans that the lodge may have currently right now. That might affect it. And also lodges with a lot of large cash assets, meaning lodges that have a lot of money right now, and there are some. You may not be picked to get a Pandemic Relief Fund grant, and that's fine. We're proud of those lodges that have been able to weather the storm and been able to save their cash assets and their reserves. You guys did an awesome job, and there are at least a dozen of those lodges out there that did a really good job, and we appreciate that. Unfortunately, because you've done well, you won't be eligible for this fund. So just remember that. Also, one last thing, and that has to do with QuickBooks Online. The lodges that have already been migrated to QuickBooks Online, If you're doing that now, you do not have to send me a profit and loss statement and a balance sheet, because that is automatically being generated now on the 15th of each month and being emailed to me in Moose International. So you no longer need to do that. There are still a handful of lodges that are using the payroll module and have not been converted over yet. If you've not been converted by the 15th of this month, you'll need to send me a profit and loss and a balance sheet when you've reconciled. I know there are a few lodges that, like in the next week, are going to get done. If you're done and converted by the 15th of the month, you don't have to send me one. That's all I have. Again, I'll be back in Indiana on Tuesday, so if you guys have any questions, feel free to give me a call. Again, I appreciate everything that you guys do. You guys have a good day. Take care. Bye-bye.